first episode of All the Small Things, where I take some games that you may have never heard of or have heard of and never played, and show you what it's about. This right here is called the Turing Test, and like I said, it's a smaller game that was released in August of 2016 to Microsoft Windows and Xbox One. It came out PlayStation 4 in 2017, and it's out on Nintendo Switch February of 2020, and on, if you have Stadia, May this year. So, like I said, let's do this. We'll get to some of the gameplay right here, and let's take a look. As you see, we'll just do something very simple. Now, what this game is about is it's a puzzle video game. You know, basically, the gameplay is first-person experience, and you play as Ava Turing, which is a international space engineer working as a research station on the planet of Europa, one of Jupiter's moons. So basically, what's happened is you had the scientists. They went down to set up the base. You took a sleep. You're going to sleep for about 10 years while they set up the base. And about 6 years into it, you get woken up by the artificial intelligence whose name is Tom. And he's telling you that there's a problem on the base and you need to basically go down there and help. So you're like, who? You know, I'm going to go down and help my friends. Once you get there, it doesn't, you know, things are not as it seems. So your job is now, as I said, we'll find out right here once this loads up here. And you find out the base has been changed. Now there's a series of tests that are going on, and you have to now solve these tests. And when you realize that these tests are to prove that you're, you know, human. So essentially, something's going on inside with your fellow scientist, and they've rigged basically the outer portion of the base to make sure that only a human can get through it and everything. So you'll find out what's going on, essentially. So now you have in your hand what's called it's a special tool, emergency tool here.
The base has changed.
What do you mean?
The base was originally constructed as modules to withstand the seismic activity in and around Thera Macula. It appears the ground team have manipulated these modules.
So here you take the box here and just put it in there, boom, that will first level, open up.
The base was built initially by machines. I served as the mind of these operations. I arrived first on Europa in 2240. It costs a lot to send humans into space with the necessary life support, especially such a vast distance from Earth. So, robotics built this place.
Like I said, right now you're solving a series of puzzles here. So as you see, this is very simple. They do get increasingly more difficult as you get to higher levels.
I wonder why the ground team has changed these rooms.
I have a hypothesis. These rooms are Turing tests.
Turing tests?
Turing tests are tests designed to tell humans and machines apart. Typically, problems only solvable by a human. A combination of logical and lateral thinking.
So, you can't complete these tests, Tom?
No. That is why I am glad you are here to help. We need to work together.
So like I said, you can see this is picking.
They really have completely repurposed these rooms. I am quite impressed.
So, what were they used for before?
Most of them were used for storage. But they have converted them beyond recognition. Perhaps they ran out of things to do out here. The devil makes work for idle hands.
And Tom feels creepy, doesn't he? But yeah, so
Do you know the ground team's location?
The crew are deeper inside the base, it seems.
They must be trying to survive. Can you find their precise location?
I'm afraid not. I am working to regain control. Though I once had complete control of this base, a lot has changed in the past 500 hours.
Right now, it's very simple. There's some logical puzzles and everything. And like I said, it does get increasingly...
So if this base is managed by you, why can't you find the crew?
The base's communication array is malfunctioning.
Now, what you have here is called restricted area here. Each level does have a secret room that, if you can figure it out, delves deeper into the plot itself. Like I said, this is the first one for the level A. And now, these rooms here require you to probably do a little bit extra thinking or anything like that. Or,
Perhaps we can't solve this yet.
as you can see, now, this one is trial. It's kind of like trial and error. It took me a little while to figure out. You know, basically, it was, you know, I took about maybe, I think, a good 10 minutes just hitting each one, trying to get the right combination. I kind of did get lucky to figure it out, though. But it delves deeper into behind the plot itself. Like, we walk in here. As you can see, it's like, okay. Mina's Brook. Now, Mina's Brook. Now, who is that? Now, we do have a character named Sarah Brook, who is one of the scientists. So, and you can see here, Mina's Brook, December 24th, 2246. So that means, and they were brought in December 20th. So that means that Mina's Brook could be Sarah Brook's baby that died and she didn't know. But like I said, that's just the deeper part of the mystery, something like that. There we go here. Yeah, does it remind you a little bit of the companion cube from Portal? But he goes here. Oops, I always do that. Run! Yeah, he's got
This doesn't add up.
What does not add up?
If there was an accident, surely they'd come to find me, not try to lock me out.
My instance is still resolving conflicts. I expect they have their reasons. My instance has just been updated.
Sorry?
I have two instances of my mind, two separate versions. A slave mind running on the satellite, and a master running here on the surface. When the communication was cut between the surface base and the satellite, the two instances of my mind were separated. So, during all this time, all of my knowledge divided into two separate branches. I continue to learn on the satellite, and I continue to learn on the surface. I am trying to merge the knowledge to create a timeline of what's happened here. But there are incongruities between these memories, conflicts.
There we go. As you see, that is the first level of this game here, which takes us to the planetarium.
This is the command center. You can check on the crew status from here.
And we're going to take a look at the crew status here. So we have that, which gives you a interesting fact on Jupiter. It says Jupiter is the second largest physical body in the solar system. Well, you can read it like that. And then you can look here. There's some physical things here. You know, there's small little details here. You can physically touch some like this. You want to just take a look at that. And then there's audio files. If you want, it gives you a little bit more.
Tom, start recording.
I am always recording, Daniel.
The day is January the 6th. My watch says it's 2:30 on Earth. Here we are, members of the human race, standing on Jupiter's moon Europa. I am Captain Daniel McLean. I'm joined here by the rest of my team. It is our intention to make this moon our home and investigate life on this planet. Man's curiosity and appetite for discovery will continue to change our world for the better.
Inspiring. And might I add my congratulations to you all.
Here it is. Beautiful, isn't it? What makes this one more remarkable than the others? The way it attaches itself to other organisms. Its behavior is very abnormal. It seems to form a symbiotic relationship with most life forms. How do you mean? Do you want me to dumb it down? I know what it means. What does it do? It attaches itself to almost anything living, but it's not parasitic. It's quite alien. We're trying to figure out what effects it has on life forms.
Mikhail, you seem distant.
Do I?
Yes. What's wrong? What's wrong, Mikhail? Mikhail, what's wrong? Are you listening, Mikhail? Are you able to hear?
I was talking to the ISA. They don't know what to do with this. The magnitude of the discovery.
We should send samples back to Earth. I think we need to get this to a better lab. Me and Sochi are having trouble making enough clones. I'm going to run out of the necessary resources to continue studying organism 119.
They're calling for a grounding of all Europa transport until they get your report.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's rather drastic.
There we go. As you can see, the team seems to have discovered an organism on this planet. And then here's the team here. So we'll take a quick look here. And give you a history of who they are and everything. This is you. Then we have McLean here, who is the brother of the captain. See, they're triplets, and they're identical. Then you have Brooks here, which is interesting because we did, like I said, we found that one thing that said Minius Brooks, so it was, like I said, her baby, something like that. And then we have Daniel McLean, he's captain, and his thing seems to be messed up. So that's pretty much the first part of this game here. Like I said, it's a very good game. As you can see, the graphics itself are well done. It's well done. It's a very pretty looking game here. And then, like I said, the test itself, the puzzles and everything like that, get increasingly harder as you go higher in the levels. Like I said, right now, you can get this game, I believe it's available for if you have Xbox Gold. It was one of the, I believe one of the things that was Gold, so if you have, you can probably download it for free. If you don't have Gold, you can probably pick it up in the store. I would say play it. Like I said, the story itself is very engaging. It's almost, like I said, a great mystery that you have to figure out, and I recommend it wholeheartedly. So that's the first episode here, and we're gonna end on this note today. I want to thank you all for watching the video, and I hope I can bring some more videos to you in the future. Some games that you may have heard of or may not have heard of and play, and we'll play it for you and get my thoughts on it. So I want to say thank you for watching, and you enjoy the rest of your